Establishing your antagonist is essential for any good storytelling. So in today's video, we will be talking about all of the antagonistic factions we will be dealing with on our journey through Chrono Odyssey. The details in this video will be coming primarily from the official Discord, along with some details from the trailer videos that we've seen thus far. Let's start off with whom I perceive to be the main antagonist, Betelgeuse. Betelgeuse is one of the sentinels with the powers of a chronotector. If you don't know, these chronotectors are devices that help control time. They have powers and they're bestowed upon a single individual per world known as sentinels. These sentinels are essentially demigods of their respective worlds, and they have powers kind of bestowed upon them from their creator, Chronos. But to dive a little bit deeper into Betelgeuse, there's really not much that's known about him currently. A brief description of his powers is that he simply tunes and manipulates the past, present, and future, which is extremely vague. However, we do know that he is perceived to be the supreme emperor of his planet Magellan. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. Betelgeuse is also responsible for the awakening of the void and unleashing that horde upon the worlds, leading to their imminent destruction. Now let's dive a little bit deeper into the void. These are alien-like creatures that are often portrayed as gray monsters or humanoids. This faction is highly advanced, traversing from planet to planet on flying vessels of unknown technology. Every planet they visit turns into wasteland, and they're kind of perceived to be that of like locusts. It's mentioned in the developer note that the void are inspired partially by the Zerg from StarCraft, with a little bit of architectural influence from Prometheus. Within the void, we know there are a few different ranks. I'm not entirely certain on the order of these, but what I believe to be starting from the bottom, we have the deprived. These will most likely act as foot soldiers within the void's ranks, and they will account for the largest number of soldiers and enemies that we will encounter. Next are flayers, and I believe these will be more monstrous-like creatures within the void, and that means that they're going to be more powerful, but fewer in numbers. The second most powerful are likely to be the precursors. These are humanoid-like void creatures with a higher intelligence, so we can perceive them to be more of a threat. The most powerful void that we currently know of is Eltanius, also known as the Hand of Doom. This void resembles that of a dragon, and it only manifests itself when the world is nearing its end. This basically means that Eltanius acts as the herald of destruction for the planets the void has visited. The next faction are the Deathless. These are cultists who seek to unite with the void, retaining eternal life even after the world's end. Much like the void, these Deathless have ranks among them. The lowest rank are called Broken, and these are simply corpses reanimated with void energy. The second lowest are Acolytes. These are disciples who seek to become broken, and they follow the Deathless Priests. The Deathless Priests are the second highest rank, and these are followers of both the Void and the Broken, and have undergone different experiments to become more like them. As a result, some have begun to transform into the Void or the Broken. And finally, the leader and founder of the Deathless is Pan-Gergella. I'm not sure if I'm saying that name correctly. They were the first to become broken after consuming the void. The third faction are the Outcasts, and there's not a lot of information about their ranks. The Outcasts are an armed faction of exiled settlers on Satera, or another way to view them is simply as that of bandits. This organization seeks to exploit humans for personal gain, relying on deception, fraud, and blackmail to achieve their goals. Their presence causes concerns for traveling merchants on the roads. So it sounds to me like these will be some of the perfect enemies that we will encounter as side quests. The final faction I want to cover are the Guardians. These are creatures who are seen with reverence as they contain an abundant amount of arcane or magic energy. These creatures protect Satera. They aren't necessarily evil. However, we have seen several clips of players fighting what appears to be these Guardians. These Guardians take on the form of various life forms ranging from giant plants to more fox-like creatures. Even if their relationship with the players is unclear, they do hate the void and are actively fighting against it. But that covers all the different factions that we currently know that we will be fighting against in Chrono Odyssey. Let me know which faction sounds the coolest to you. If you found this video helpful for introducing the world of Chrono Odyssey, please like the video and consider subscribing to the channel for more Chrono Odyssey content in the very near future. I'm Goober Troy, thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.